Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Days of Our Lives spoilers recap for Thursday, March 9, reveals that Alex Kyriakis, Robert Scott Wilson, daydreamed about being CEO and telling Stephanie Johnson, Abigail Klein, to talk dirty to him, but Maggie Kyriakis, Suzanne Rogers, kicked him out of her seat. Soon after, Maggie stunned Alex with the news that she was shutting down Bella magazine for a tax write-off. Alex insisted that was his baby and tried to convince Maggie that it had so much potential, but Maggie said the decision had been made. Although Alex acted like Victor Kyriakis, John Aniston, wouldn't approve, Maggie insisted she was CEO, and that meant Victor's approval didn't matter. As for Alex, Maggie was sure they could figure out another project for him to work on. At The Spectator, Xander Cook, Paul Telfer, moped over Sarah Horton's Lindsay Godfrey picture on his phone, but he lied to Gwen Rischek, Emily O'Brien, and claimed he was thinking about Maggie's CEO takeover at Titan. Although Xander felt like they'd missed out on a big story, Gwen pointed out Brady Black, Eric Martsolf, and Eric Brady's Greg Vaughn arrest was bigger news. That led to Gwen wishing Xander would focus on what was right in front of him instead of the one that got away. After taking a phone call on Thursday's Days episode, Gwen gave Xander updates on the 20% increase in sales on their first issue. Subscriptions were through the roof, and they even outsold The Intruder. Xander hugged Gwen as they celebrated, but Gwen took things a step further by kissing him passionately. When Xander pulled back, Gwen seemed embarrassed. At the pub, Leo Stark, Greg Reichart, urged Chad Demura, Billy Flynn, to give him the real story on how Maggie became CEO. It took some pushing, but Chad admitted Leo called attention to Alex's wild personal life, and that cost Alex the job. Leo realized this was about Alex being a man whore, and quizzed Stephanie Johnson, Abigail Klein, once she appeared. Alex asked all kinds of questions about Stephanie's breakup from Alex and whether he had cheated, so Chad blurted out the real reason for their split. Leo reeled over Alex shutting Stephanie's phone off and making her miss the chance to say goodbye to dying Kayla Johnson, Mary Beth Evans. Although Leo tried to ask more questions, Stephanie and Chad shut him down. Next on Thursday's Days episode, Stephanie demanded to know what the hell Chad was thinking. Chad was sorry for blurting all that out, but Stephanie remained upset since he let his emotions get in the way of his job. Stephanie also questioned if Chad was trying to sabotage things with their work at Titan so she wouldn't have to be around Alex. Once Stephanie stomped off, she literally ran into Alex in the park and apologized. Alex was sorry too since he was distracted. Stephanie found out about Maggie cutting Bella now that she was CEO. Alex felt that Maggie didn't care about his opinions, but Stephanie thought he should fight for Bella if it was so important to him. After Stephanie cooled off and returned to Chad, he offered a heartfelt apology and didn't want to ruin the great thing they had going. Stephanie made it clear that she felt the same way as she took Chad's hand. Back at the Titan office, Xander got some quotes from Maggie and the promise of a more in-depth interview later. Maggie fished for info on Xander's reconnection with Gwen, but he acted like he might never be over Sarah and didn't want to lead Gwen on. After Leo heard about Gwen's kiss blunder, he gave her a pep talk. Leo thought Gwen and Xander would be madly in love and making beautiful babies together in no time, so Gwen wished she shared his optimism. When Xander showed back up on Thursday's Days episode, he wanted to talk to Gwen about their relationship. As for Alex, he found Maggie's office empty and sat in the CEO chair again. Alex called Victor since he was hoping they could have a little chat, so he was obviously gearing up for a pitch to save Bella. In the town square on Thursday's DOL show, Chanel Dupree, Raven Bowens, gave Talia Hunter, a Ketra civilian, some instructions on the application and explained why she desperately needed help. Talia heard about Chanel and Allie Horton's Lindsay Arnold split, which left Channel in a lurch following Ali's departure. Once Talia said she'd been there when it came to breakups, she added that her mama always said not to get your honey where you get your money. Channel agreed with that after what happened with Ali. Later, Paulina Price, Jackie Harry, found Channel alone, so that gave her a chance to explain the frozen assets situation. Although Paulina urged Channel to take the help wanted sign down, since she couldn't afford to hire someone right now, Channel complained since Talia was the perfect fit. Channel really needed the help and worried Talia would get a job somewhere else. But Paulina acted like Talia could be patient. Carver, James Reynolds, and suggested he didn't want to give the wrong impression about Jada fraternizing with her boss. Jada eventually put it together that Rafe might be interested in her as more than a friend, so she asked him if that was the case. Talia interrupted, so Jada was thrilled to have her sister in town for a visit. However, Talia admitted she was moving to Salem following a bad breakup in New York. After Talia said she could crash at Jada's place for a while, she pointed out she was already looking into a job opportunity.